At the beginning of the 3rd century, the city of Carthage in North Africa was an important center of the Roman Empire. Life there was shaped by Roman culture, traditional religious practices, and loyalty to the emperor. Within this environment, the young Christian community was growing, but it was often viewed with suspicion. It was in this city that 2 women emerged who would deeply mark the history of the church, Perpetua and Felicity. Perpetua was a young woman from a noble family. She was married and the mother of a very young child. Despite her comfortable social position, she had discovered the Christian faith and embraced it wholeheartedly. Felicity, on the other hand, was a servant. She belonged to a much more modest social condition. Yet within the Christian community these differences disappeared. All were brothers and sisters in faith. When persecution against Christians broke out, several believers in Carthage were arrested. Among them were Perpetua, Felicity, and several companions. They were accused of refusing to sacrifice to the Roman gods. Perpetua was imprisoned. The situation was especially painful for her because she was separated from her baby. Her father visited her in prison and begged her to renounce her faith in order to save her life. The scene was deeply emotional. Her father cried and pleaded, trying to persuade her. Yet Perpetua remained firm. She explained simply that she could not deny what she had become. Felicity faced a different trial. She was pregnant when she was arrested. Roman law forbade the execution of a pregnant woman. She feared that she might not be able to share martyrdom with her companions. Shortly before the execution, she gave birth to her child in prison. The guards mocked her suffering. But Felicity answered courageously that the pain she felt now was nothing compared to what she would offer for Christ. The prisoners knew their death was approaching. Yet their attitude surprised everyone. Instead of despair, they showed deep inner peace. The day of the spectacle arrived. The martyrs were brought into the amphitheater of Carthage before the crowd. Authorities hoped their deaths would discourage Christians. Instead, the opposite happened. Perpetua and Felicity walked forward with dignity. Their faith impressed even some of the spectators. After facing wild beasts, they were eventually put to death. Their witness became one of the most famous accounts of Christian martyrdom. Their story quickly spread throughout the church. It reminded believers that Christian faith unites people from very different backgrounds. A noble woman and a servant became sisters through their testimony. Saints Perpetua and Felicity show that the strength of faith surpasses fear, suffering, and even death.